Slovak Prime Minister Robert.Fico said that Western leaders have repeatedly decided to evaluate the war between Russia and Ukraine, and that Kiev has recently received billions of dollars in military aid. He could not start a meaningful counter-offensive. Fico, a member of left-wing Smer party in Slovakia, criticized other NATO countries in an op-ed published by Slovak newspaper Pravda.Sk on Tuesday, and wrote that Western failed strategy against Russia's aggression caused wrinkles. He also wrote about rejection black and white vision of the war in Washington or Brussels, and accused Moscow's invasion US's influence on Kiev's government. Starting from 2014, Russia responded to the security situation of Russia and the pressure of participating in NATO by using military force without an international mission by violating Ukraine's international law. Slovak Prime Minister Robert.Fico was depicted on December 13, 2023, Brussels, Belgium. Fico wrote that failed strategy of the West in Russian-Ukraine war in recent opt began to cause wrinkles on my forehead, and West made a big mistake instead showing all kinds efforts to obtain a fast ceasefire without losing even the 10th Ukraine at beginning 2022. Before being called Prime Minister Slovakia October, Fico promised end his country's military support to Ukraine and criticized West's comprehensive sanctions over Russia, under leadership of 43 million in Ukraine. He rejected aid package 43 million and pointed potentially changed country. In opt, Fico wrote that his country was not happy because Russia has been turned into a deadly enemy. And despite great sanctions, Russia's army and economy continued to survive. Facts are ruthless. Fico wrote, Russia is completely military controlled. The occupied regions tries to convince the international community about demagogy and Russian soldiers' morale. Shows great human losses as empty demagogical desire thoughts. The Slovak leader also predicted that continuation Western military aid to Ukraine would be in vain, and affects EU will leave EU maybe 50 billion euros lighter, and that cemeteries Ukraine would be thousands dead. Fico, unfortunately, common sense will not win, but all of us to declare a ceasefire, and we were ordered to sit on the negotiation table, because within a few years, the international community will start to regulate a withdrawal. While NATO members were determined to support Ukraine, several countries encountered barricades in sending additional military aids. The U.S. Foreign Ministry spokesman Matthew Miller said that last week, Washington would not continue to provide Kiev at the same level of military assistance and the final target of Ukraine. He added that he would help him stand on his feet and build Ukraine. Republican MPs also withdrew ditional financing requests of President Joe Biden to pass through the Congress, and some GOP members argued that Ukraine should look at negotiations with Russia.